Yeah, good morning guys and welcome. Title of the video, Bosshog is looking for investors. 7 years uh, since Bosshog landed on the island of Bohovel, this parasite, this Ebegging scumbag, did a live stream, his last live stream. And in that live stream, he more or less admitted that everything had failed and what he needed was a big cash injection. In the past we've had the milkfish failure which someone else funded, Jason. We had the shrimp that failed and Jason paid the price. We've had the tilapia fail and many projects. He puts these ideas forward, but he hasn't got the budget, so he begs for it, it fails, and it goes round again. He starts another project. And here he is on a live stream telling the world he's an absolute failure. And he's looking again. He wants he wants funds yet again. How he dare sit there barefaced and hold a straight face and tell people he's going to ramp up his efforts to get cash, a big cash injection to accelerate this business. So I'm going to play this clip. Listen very carefully to what this absolute scumbag comes out with. Listen to this, guys.
Look, there's things we need to do here on the farm to really ramp things up. And so I'm going to be, through some back channels, I'm going to be trying to get some pretty serious financing. And look, we need to get the tilapia going. We need to get all the fields. We need to get but we've been kind of struggling along here for the last year, but really ever since the typhoon.
So straight off the bat, Bosshog wants to seriously up his efforts to get some serious financial backing. He struggled, he said, since Odette. He's playing the Odette pity me card again. We need to get the tilapia going again, he says. Well, Brian, a few weeks ago, you did a video where you stated that because there was so much profit from the squash, that the squash would fund the tilapia project. What happened there? Did that fail? Then, of course, he mentioned the fails again. That's the second time in the last week that he's mentioned about getting the fails sorted. So he hasn't got the funds to clean those weeds out of the fails. But there's more, guys. I want you to listen to this absolute Ebegging grifter.
We've never had all of this farm in full production since then because we just haven't. It was a can't get there from here kind of thing.
You can't get there from here because you're broke, and yet blatantly there Ebegging. Someone who says, I never asked for anything, you're straight out asking, I need help, I need finance. But there's more, guys. Listen to this.
And, because, talking about Joe has reminded me, look, and that's another thing we're going to talk about. He is I forget the name of the organization that he's affiliated with. It's a hotel management company all over the Philippines. And they were the ones that were needing the 4 tons a week of squash. Now, look, there's no way we could produce 4 tons here. I'm thinking maybe 1 ton.
Hang on a minute, Brian. You distinctly told us a few weeks ago that you can produce at least a ton a week, and then you're saying maybe maybe I could produce a ton a week. And of course, old Joe, another person you're leaning on, another person that is gonna, according to you, pull you out the shit. Because you are in the shit, there's no two ways about that. But there's more, guys. Listen to the grifter.
If we had everything going well, properly irrigated, properly fertilized, maybe 1,250 kilos a week of squash would be the high end. Because look, we all together, even the area around the plateau and all the fields, it's not even a hectare of that would be planted. But with some aggressive growing techniques, I think we could get 1,250 kilos a week.
So, with some aggressive growing techniques, Fatso can get 1,250 kilos of squash out of those fields. Well, Brian, why don't you get aggressive with that shovel and start dancing? It just seems to me that your whole life, your whole channel is based around the fact that you talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. In other words, you're just born idle. Get in the fields and get it done. But there's more, guys. Listen to the grifter.
And if we, and that's something that I've got to talk to Joe about. If at some point, I mean, if he's really serious about and can prove to me that he has an outlet for that many, we might, we will look into leasing some suitable farmland.
So Fatso is now thinking about leasing land. This is someone who cannot even manage 1 hectare of land behind the Bohovel shack. He wants more land. How are you going to manage that, Brian? Where is that money going to come from? You ebegging, grifting scumbag. There's more, guys. Have a listen to Fatso.
That's kind of what we're in negotiations in right now, because he can't give us a number. He has to, he's kind of the go-between. There's actually a board, a governing board in that organization that he represents, and so he has to run it by them. They have to take a vote. That's one of the reasons he wants to come look at the farm. We're still in the negotiations on that. Regardless of whatever happens with Joe, we need to ramp up production here.
So negotiations are ongoing. Can you believe this? This grifter sat there like a big whale businessman, telling everyone that Joe, who he met at the market, someone he's never met in his life before, the Bohovel Bum's in negotiations with Joe and a hotel chain. Joe is the contact he has to go through to negotiate with the hotel board. He then turns around and says that's why Joe is going to come and visit the farm, or he wants to come and visit the farm. Well, let me tell you something, Brian. When Joe arrives at the Bohovel, he's going to see it one look, and he might just come out and tell you straight, sorry, no deal, and walk away. But then again, he might just pay you the courtesy of looking around the shithole that you have, and when he's left, never to return. And regardless what happens with Joe, he says, we need to ramp up production here. And what he's trying to say is this: I need a cash injection. If you send the money and the Joe project doesn't come off, I'll spend it on something else. This is the grifter trying to cover his tracks. What an absolute scumbag. But guys, there is more. Listen to the Grifter.
And we can't get there from here where we're at right now. We need an infusion of capital, and so I'm going to be we're going to be focused on that for the next several weeks.
So again, he stresses, I can't get there from here. In other words, he's broke. He's a broke ass bum. He's potless. He hasn't got anything. And we're going to be focused on getting some serious financial investment over the next several weeks. And this is someone who asked for nothing, but he did state in the past that he was the best foreign farmer in the Philippines. Well, Brian, I'm going to query that, because 7 years you've been farming. You should have given up a long time ago. In 7 years, you've never built up any kind of business, any kind of collateral that you can inject into your own business. You sat there asking now what you've done for the past 7 years. You're asking people to send you money. You are an e-beggar. And here's one for you, Brian. I'm going to give you a scenario. 7 years, you see, you've been in the Philippines. You've still not made any success of that farm. But listen up. If you did not have a YouTube channel, where would you be? That's the question. And you can answer that question in the comments if you like. The fact is that you'd be back in the trailer park in Chico, where you came from, because you cannot succeed in business because you're not a businessman. You're e-begging constantly. And people need to realise that the reason you have a YouTube channel is so you can e-beg. There's no content on there. There's nothing on there. You said you're a successful creator. That's absolute bullshit. You are there solely on that channel to draw in cash, or earn cash from gullible supporters. You are an absolute menace on the streets of YouTube. People like you should be banned from YouTube. Guys, I think in this video we have established categorically that Brian Granville Smith, the Bohovel Bum, is an e-beggar. So till the next time, bye for now.